Alrighty, folks, just want to give a big congratulations to my chairman members because we cashed in on 5 different premium selections of mine on my premium page yesterday. We had the T-Wolves, Nets, Celtics, Red Wings, and the Jaguars. And the only way you could access all of those winners is to join my full access, all-inclusive chairman package. Now, chairman members get access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, you also get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free. It's included with your purchase. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my premium page. Well, what I do here with the free videos is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. What I do on my premium page is, well, I actually share with you which one of these free plays I actually like the best. I'm 4-0 my last 4 daily best plays, 2-0 my last couple of extra daily picks. And finally, folks, we are 6-1 in our last 7 chairman package picks in that particular membership alone. And the good news is, folks, I have plays going off in all of those packages here today. It's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into some free content. We're actually going to start off with the Lakers at the Sixers. That'll be a 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Philadelphia's -5.5, totals 231. Now, Philly is playing some really good basketball when they're favored. They're taking care of, teams when, they're supposed to beat. They're actually 10-2 straight up when laying the points. And when it comes to offensive production, these guys are averaging nearly 120 points a game. And of course, a lot of that is thanks to Joel Embiid, who currently leads the NBA in points per game. Now, Tyrese Maxey's drilling over 40% of his long balls. They're facing a Laker team who plays their worst basketball on the road. And one of their biggest issues on the road has been their rebounding. These guys are one of the worst rebounding teams away from home in the West. Now, injury-wise, Anthony Davis and LeBron James are both questionable as usual. Jared Vanderbilt's out. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia on the other side, Springer and House are questionable for them. 6 out of Philly's last 8 ball games got over the total. They're also 6-3 to the over at the Wells Fargo Center. Give me the Sixers, -5.5, over 231. Next game, Blazers, Pacers, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Indiana's -13, totals 240. The Pacers should run these guys out of the building. They're scoring a zillion points a game, and they covered the point spread in 6 out of their last 9. Tyrese Halliburton's averaging a team-high 25 points a game. He's also leading the NBA in assists. Meanwhile, Buddy Hield's drilling 43% of his three-pointers. Now, they're taking on a Blazer team who definitely ain't built for a track meet. Portland's averaging a league-low 104 points per contest. When it comes to rebounding the basketball, they're amongst the worst in the West. Now, total-wise, the Blazers saw overs recently against the likes of the Suns, Thunder, and Kings. Meanwhile, the Pacers, they've seen every one of their contests this year get over the total except for one. These guys are a staggering 14-1 to the over for the entire season. Give me the Pacers, -13, over 240. Next matchup, it is going to be Wizards, Pistons, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Detroit's -3.5, totals 236. And for a team laying 3.5 points in this spot here, the Pistons have not won a ball game in quite some time. They're 2-14 on the year, and they've really struggled with Washington in recent meetings. The Pistons lost 9 out of their last 10 contests against Washington, and they actually got held to just 104 points a game during those meetings. And when it comes to defensive play, well, these guys really do tend to collapse late in ball games. They're in the bottom 3 and fourth quarter points allowed. They're facing a Washington team who's got little problem getting on the scoreboard, even despite their current record. These guys are in the top 3 in the NBA in field goals made per game. Kyle Kuzma leads the roster in points. Denny Avdija is drilling 40% of his three-pointers. And when it comes to the injury list, Jordan Poole's questionable for Washington. Harris and Bogey out for the Pistons. Detroit 7-3 to the over in their last 10. Meanwhile, Washington saw 6 out of their last 9 on the road get over the total themselves. Give me the Wizards plus 3.5 over 236. Next matchup, it is going to be Pelicans Jazz, 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The Pelicans are the 5-point favorite, totals 230 and a hook. And despite how good they've been recently, I really can't say I'm a huge fan of this spot here for Pelicans backers. New Orleans got a losing record on the road, and they played their worst away from the Smoothie King Center. Now, when it comes to offensive production, they do tend to slow down late in games. They're one of the lower fourth quarter scoring teams in the Western Conference. They're facing a Jazz club who's been pretty dominant underneath the basket despite their record. These guys are arguably the best home rebounding team in the West, doing a great job grabbing boards in front of their own fans. And speaking of home games, the Jazz have been good against the number. They're currently 6-2 against the spread in their own building. Now, injury-wise, Markkanen and Clarkson are questionable for Utah. Keep an eye on them. I think that's why we're seeing the Pels being favored by a couple of buckets here. Now, Murphy and McCollum are out for the Pels. Those guys are scratched. The Pelicans saw their last 4 straight stay under the number. 5-2 to the under as the official road team. Now, Utah's last 3 straight fell under the total themselves, and that actually includes a game against New Orleans just a few days ago. Give me the Jazz plus 5, under 230 and a half. And with that, folks, we're going to jump into our next and final breakdown for the video. Going to be in that Nuggets-Clippers game, 10:30 p.m. East. The LA Clippers are -6, totals 220 and a half. And even though it's the Nuggets who have the better record, it's the Clippers who've been playing much better basketball recently. They got the W in 4 out of their last 5, and they've been incredibly tough to score on this year. They've got the 5th lowest defensive field goal percentage in the NBA. They also like to bury you early in games. They're allowing fewer first quarter points a game than any other team in basketball. They're facing a Nuggets team who, they just can't capitalize at the stripe. These guys have the lowest free throw percentage in the league. And as good as they've been defensively, they do tend to give up a lot of points in the second quarter. They're in the bottom 3 in the West in second quarter points allowed. Now, injury-wise, Gordon and Murray are out for Denver. 6 out of the Nuggets' last 9 ball games fell under the total. Meanwhile, the Clippers went 9-1 to the under in their last 10. Give me the Clippers -6, under 220 and a half. And with that, folks, now it is time for our quick pick recap. Give me the Sixers -5.5 over 231. Pacers -13 over 240. Washington +3.5 over 236. Jazz +5 under 230 and a half. With my next and final free pick for the video, give me the wow. Wow, where'd that come from? Give me the Clippers -6 under 220 and a half. And with that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my premium page. Now, if you do end up getting a membership here today on patreon.com/BrockPage, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. As an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's why I always tell folks that Chairman Package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships absolutely free. They're going to be included with your purchase. That's the case. You're also going to get access to my Chairman podcast absolutely free as well. It's going to be included with your purchase of the Chairman package. Sorry, I go over that whole spiel so much that I kind of repeated myself there. But anyway, guys, most important, and it was factually true. I just said the same thing twice in a row. But anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. Got to thank you for joining me right here on the free video. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. With that said, folks, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my premium site. at patreon.com/BrockPage.